Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen. How are you doing today? Not too bad. It's a busy day. Busy day. I won't have to write a Christmas letter because I tell you guys most of what happens, the funny stuff anyway that happens in my life. Not all of it, but a lot of it. I gotta tell you another story. Our youngest son, right? He was, now with Power School and everything. I mean, Power School's been around for a while, but I never really tracked my kids' grades ever till this last one for various reasons. But anyway, with Power School, it's so easy to get those notifications that, he's got a D in this class or he's got a C in this class. And we don't condone D's at all. That isn't, you don't get a D in a class unless it is something you are struggling so hard with. Like if I was in a speech class and I got a C or a D, it would be totally acceptable because I passed the class. I cannot speak in public. I am not a public speaker. I will be a puddle on the floor. Seriously. So we don't condone it unless it's, an absolute, you just know this child can't do it. Okay. So he had a language class and there was a test worth 100 points and he got 8 out of 100. Seriously? I'm like, are you sure? Maybe she entered it wrong. Maybe it's supposed to be 80 out of 100, right? So and I'm like, you need to talk to her or I'm going to email her. But anyway, he's like, okay, I'll talk to her. Finally, he tells me he got to talk to her and I'm like, great. And I'm like, so what did she say? And he's like, well, she asked me, he said, no, I got an 8 out of 100. And I'm like, how? How did you get 8 out of 100 on a language test? And he says, well, he said, she did ask me because everything I've turned in is great. She said, everything you've turned in since is just awesome. She says, were you having a bad day that day? Was something bothering you? What was up? And he tells her, he said, I was just tired that day. I was just so tired. I figured it can't be worth that much. I can take the hit. I'm like, no. What? You can take the hit. Now this sounds like something my oldest son would say. This is something totally out of his mouth. I can take the hit, right? So now every time somebody does something, I'm like, yeah, I figured I could take the hit. Oh my gosh. Oh, this kid just cracks me up. Just cracks me up. Oh, what am I do? I thought I could take the hit. Okay, anyway, enough with my family and my son's craziness. Yeah, my kids are, they're not all there, but that's okay. I love them anyway. Okay, so before I get to what the video is about, I'm going to remind you about the November specials coming up the end of November that you need to go to my website, tonyaswitchykitchen.com, go down to the bottom, and there'll be a pop-up thing that says, something about enter your email or subscribe or whatever. Okay? Enter your email so that you get the newsletter. I gotta test that. I haven't done that in a year. You won't get bombarded with emails from me. I promise. But do it so you get the code to get the specials, the extra specials off the end of November for that week that I have a huge sale, right? Christmas sale, Black Friday sale. It's a whole week. Okay? It'll be fun. It'll be great. But you gotta go. There'll be one on Facebook, so if you want the chintzy one and you don't have to work for it, watch for the one on Facebook. If not, subscribe to the newsletter so you get the code, so you get a fantastic deal. Okay? Do that. Okay, now for the video, we are doing sugar scrubs, emulsified sugar scrubs. Not the typical, sugar and oil and botanicals and whatever. This is an emulsified one. These are awesome. Okay, these are not the sugar cubes. We'll have to do that sometime here, but I don't need those. I need sugar. I need the emulsified sugar scrubs. They are my favorite. They probably are absolutely my favorite. My hands down favorite. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of those. They are so much fun. They are so much fun in the shower, you guys. I got nothing to say. That's it. That's all it is. Yeah. So anyway, 3 things. Dream big. Be true to you. You are worth it. I think I can take the hit. Let's go check out this video. Okay, into our emulsified sugar scrub. We first start with some stearic acid, and I will either put a link in the description or a recipe at the end, okay? Yes. Stearic acid. And when I do body products, I try and get organic and best quality I can. This is my emulsifying wax. It is just wonderful. Because, you know, body products, even though this is a scrub, I still use my organic shea and my emulsifying wax and my cocoa butter, you know, the good stuff, right? The good stuff. Even though this is a wash-off product. But anyway, so there is cocoa butter and shea. This is my shea. And cocoa butter. So like in summer, I might switch it up if I make some to shea and mango. Or, you know, I have used cocoa butter, which makes a really harder sugar scrub. Not harder in the sense it's just harder to scoop out, kind of, you know what I mean? Not really, but it can be if it's cold. But anyway, there's my cocoa butter. I have to hack it apart. That's okay. And then we put in oils. I was using apricot kernel. I have used avocado. I think I'm using grapeseed in this one. You can use rice bran, sunflower, you know, anything you prefer. Olive oil would be great. I think that's what I was thinking of doing, but then I switched it up to the grapeseed. But anyway, I then melt this in the microwave. And because of the rache, I leave it above 150 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. Okay? I just leave it in the microwave. I get it up high and then I leave it there. And then you stick it in the fridge for about half an hour. Okay? And then you get this kind of like a body butter. But you want to make sure you whip this really, really well till it's nice and creamy and opaque. Okay? Nice, creamy, and opaque. I was actually chewing my boys out while I was doing this. They were bad-mouthing each other, so they deserved it. Scrape it down, scrape the bowl, and do it again. Because you're going to have those bits on the edges that just don't, you know, you can't get off. So scrape it down and beat it one more time. There's no really time limit. It's just kind of what it looks like, you know. Get it so it's nice and creamy, you know. Okay, so what I am doing is I am dividing my batter into 2 separate containers because I am going to make 2 different types, you know, for the sake of not making a humongous batch of all one that nobody wants. I will make, it 2 different types of sugar scrubs. I just love these, you guys. They are awesome in the shower. They are moisturizing. They are scrubby. They're exfoliating. Just love them. They're probably my favorite. I don't get them enough. I always get the extra stuff, and it's not the extra stuff, but you know, it's a thing. Anyway, I know my youngest used my bathtub my shower the other day. And he's like, what soap do I use? And I said, well, just whatever you want to use. I said, there's shower gel, there's cream soap, there's, you know, bars in there. And he walked in, he was like, can I use Dad's? I'm like, yeah. Okay, sorry. preservative. You need a preservative in this because it's going into a jar, and wet hands will be, those who are not careful will use wet hands, and it's just hard to not, use this and not have wet hands in there. I think I put my mica in, cappuccino mica from Brambleberry is the only brown color I have right now. And this is cinnamon and sugar fragrance oil from Brambleberry. It smells heavenly, you guys. It's not like a cinnamon roll, right? Because I have a cinnamon swirl from them that smells like a cinnamon roll. This it's cinnamon and sugar. It's really nice. The cinnamon roll is a little sweet, and I was like, that might be too sweet for a sugar scrub, which makes no sense to me now, but it's sweet. But no, this is cinnamon sugar, and and a couple drops of vitamin E. Vitamin E is not preservative, but it does help the oils because it's an antioxidant. Okay, so just blend it up together really well, and then your sugar. I am using brown sugar for this scrub, and try and find the. I know you're going to just be like, why? Try and find the best quality. Oh, there was I forgot my vitamin E. Try and find the best quality sugar you can. I mean, I'm cheap, right? I do, my molds are cheap. I don't have a cutter, all these things. But when it comes to the products, I really try and do the best I can. Do the absolute best that I can. And you're just going to blend this in and add it slow and then blend it in. And I know it looks really crumbly right now, but it's really not. It's really not crumbly at all. See? Look at that. Ooh. It's beautiful. Yeah, it looks kind of like ice cream. Hey, it kind of smells like an ice cream, let me tell you. So these jars hold a volume of 4 ounces, and with my sugar scrubs, the weight is 4 ounces, which is awesome, right? And in reality, if you're selling your stuff, you have to put a weight on there, not what the volume is. You can put the volume on there, but you are technically supposed to put the weight of the product inside also. Oh, and these are going to be something new that's coming out on the website in November sometime. They are going to be under the heading Sample Me Some Fun, and they are little samples of products you can buy, so you don't have to buy the big one if you aren't sure if you want it or not. So they're going to be like roughly 0.5 to 0.75 ounces of product, depending on what type of product it is. It's going to be the emulsified scrubs. There's going to be different types of lotions, body butters, all sorts of things. Okay, and on to batch number 2. This one I was really excited for. It's a dual color scrub. I know you can find them in all sorts of things, but I have never actually wanted to do one, but I did today. It's blackberry orange, and after I put the purple in there, I went, maybe I should have used Merlot Sparkle from Brambleberry. That's a beautiful burgundy color, but oh well. I just cut out the part. You didn't need to watch me take a whole minute to measure out fragrance oils. One thing with the sugar scrubs, watch your fragrance oil usage. I have fragrance oils that it's 3%, it's 2%, it's 1.6% usage rates. So be diligent and check those user rates from your manufacturer on your fragrance oils. Okay? And because I didn't do dishes in between this, I have to use my other immersion blender for my lotion. And it's whisk attachment, which worked really well, you guys. I might just use this, like use the beaters to beat it up, but use this to mix everything in, because, yeah, this was the way to go. Okay, and then to the second one, which is purple and not purple enough. See, I should have went with the Merlot. Next time it's going to be Merlot, guys. Okay? It's going to be a pretty burgundy pink, light burgundy pink color instead of the purple, maybe. You never know about me, right? Just never know. But yep, so add the sugar in slow increments. You know, these little bowls kind of suck a little bit. You know, if you make a bigger batch, it works a lot better. But it's okay. I can do this. I'm fancy like that. Except that one, for some reason, was coming out. I don't know if he just didn't mix up very well on the bottom right away or what. But that's the key. Blend, 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 blend them in. And they are not, whoops, he's going to the trash. They're not chunky. They're really smooth. They haven't even set up at this point because they will get a little bit harder because of the butters in there. You know, yeah, I'm lecturing myself there. And then, you know, you could pipe this with a bag at this point. They are pipeable so far yet. But, yeah, less mess. You know, piping bags are just, it's another thing to clean up. Now, if I was doing like 4 or 5 colors, you know, like the unicorn type scrub things they do, maybe then I would. You know, yeah, then I would. But, yeah, I got enough dishes to do, you guys. Got enough dishes to do, and my dang thing is still broke. Yep. What do you do, right? What do you do? What's a woman to do? I'm sure you're like, hire somebody to fix it. It's you know what? People are freaking busy and they're freaking expensive. And then we live, you know, out of town. So then they tack on like $50 or $75 or even more just for travel, you know? And it's like, oh, it's just, yeah. I'll just suffer and wait for somebody to fix it around here. Maybe I'll get a new one for Christmas. Not. I think I'd be really pissed if I had a dishwasher. I'd rather have a soap cutter. Honestly. But I'd rather have one of those nice big, I think it's not GoDaddy. That's the wrong one. Go Speed? I can't remember. It's Go something. And they have nice soap cutters. Like, I've got my eye on one of those. Like, I'd rather have that than a dishwasher. I'm odd like that, yes. But I don't mind washing dishes. Yeah. Not that I don't have other things better to do than dishes, but... Oh, look at my flip lids. They're so cute. Aren't they cute? And there you have it. Emulsified sugar scrubs. I hope you had a good time. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.